All right, welcome race fans. Here we are at Chicagoland tonight with the Modzu Group, MaxSpeed Racing. And these guys have been out here practicing for quite a little while now, turning some absolutely great laps. So let's check them out here. Grab yourself something to drink, something to snack on, get ready for a great show here. Chicagoland always does produce a great race, and the trucks, they run awesome here. So I think we're looking for a good race here tonight, absolutely. So anyhow, let's stay focused on these guys practicing. They're about 15 minutes away from qualifying. So we will give them this practice time. And thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate it very much. Okay, folks, coming down to 5 minutes left till qualifying starts, so make sure you got your popcorn all ready and your drink, whatever you're drinking, and get ready here for a great show. And again, thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV, and we'll try to give you the best coverage we can here. Make sure you do click on that little gear down in the bottom right hand corner and switch it to 1080p HD, because we do broadcast in 1080p. All right, folks, just a few more seconds here until qualifying starts. Pretty fast times up on the board.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, time's coming in already. Nathan Miller on the top there with almost a 31 flat. Very impressive laps here tonight at Chicagoland. 80 laps are going to be turning here. So this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy race. The guys are trying to keep their cautions under control. So we'll see how they do in that. Dwayne Dunn there in second with a 31.109. Michael Leptegraph with a 31.190. So we're getting some pretty tight times. Kyle Meeks coming in with a 103, right under Nathan Miller, but beating out Dwayne Dunn. That front 10 right there, all within about 0.3 of each other, which is very, very fast. 1.5 mile oval here. Don't know what the seating capacity is, but another one of the 1.5 miles that does produce great racing here, Chicagoland. The drivers were instructed to, they're not going to go on green. They are going to go whenever the leader feels like he wants to go. And also, they are not allowed to go below that white line on the front stretch in the tri-oval to try to, proceed ahead and take over somebody. So they're going to have to keep it up there. Now, they did say about possibly at the end of the race, if it was going to come down to 2 drivers side by side, would they be allowed to? And I guess they will be. So, all right. So, guys down here ready to get to the racing. Well, let's run down through the grid. All right, Nathan Miller on the pole with a 31.082. Congratulations to him for a great lap on that one. Kyle Meeks coming in second in the number 27. Dwayne Dunn in third in the number 39. In fourth, Michael Updegraff in number 96. In fifth, the 000 of Derek Stanley. In sixth, the number 3 of Brock Hubble. In seventh, the number 54 of Jeremy Jones. In eighth, the 02 of Tyler Stanley. In the ninth place, the 07 of Nick Taylor. In 10th, the number 66 of Brian Brewer. In 11th, the number 4 of Jeff Martin. Kerry Woodward starting in the number 95 in 12th position. In 13th, the number 7 of Timothy Kelleher. In 14th, the number 29 of Terry Bellinger. In 15th, the 48 of Mark Nichols. In 16th, the number 68 of Preston Cantrell. In 17th, the 46 of Anthony Cianci. And it looks like maybe starting shotgun on the field here, John Dunn did not qualify. The only one out there, I believe, that did not qualify, starting in the 19th place in the number 31. All right, so we're going to get up here to our leader as they're going to be getting ready to roll off the grid here, folks, and get this thing underway. Again, thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate you viewers very much. Not a huge field, but everybody is ready to rock and roll here. My preferences on the field not being that big makes for better racing, I think. You don't have a whole ton of racers out there, everybody trying to battle for the same spot on the track, and I think it really does make a big difference. That's only my opinion, and it doesn't account for nothing. Alright, so these guys ready to get underway here. Lights off on the pace car. Well, let's make sure we are live. We are. Kyle Meeks starting on the outside of Nathan Miller. Those two have been battling each and every race here for the win. So let's see how they're going to come out. I did not get the points. Doggone it, I keep forgetting to do that. I will do that here one of these days. All right, pace car's in. Nathan Miller hits the gas. Green, green, green. We're underway here, Chicagoland. Kyle Meeks kind of falling back a little bit. And side by side, we've got for second place, Dwayne Dunn. takes over the second place from Kyle Meeks. And coming to lead the first lap, Nathan Miller by a landslide here. Great job. Nathan Miller leading the first lap of the race. Dwayne Dunn in second. Everybody getting pretty much single file back here. It's going to look, we had somebody up against the wall there. It looked like Terry Bellinger may have drifted up a little bit kind of high, but didn't lose any places or any positions on the track, so good job by him. Our leader already stretching to that 4/10 ahead of Dwayne Dunn. And Dwayne has got a mirror full of Kyle Meeks. Kyle wants to get up there and lead a lap. Not sure if he's going to be able to get up there, if he's even going to be able to get by Dwayne Dunn, but we'll watch this battle here as they start lap number 4. Kyle Meeks kind of backs off of the bumper there of Dwayne Dunn a little bit. Looking ahead, he's trying to reel in our leader, now down to 0.3 of a second. So whatever he's doing, it is working. So let's keep an eye on this battle here. That's gonna could be in coming into play here before too much longer. All right, starting lap number 6 already. No cautions yet. Guys taking it right down there close to that white line. Kyle Meeks hanging on in third. Looking for every advantage that he can possibly get. Catches the apron, not a good thing. Upsets that truck a little bit, but he gathers it back up. Remains right in third, though. Gotta watch that white line, Kyle. It'll get you, buddy. All right, Michael Updegraff, excuse me, falling back here a little ways, 1.2 seconds behind the leader. Would like to get up there and mix it up with them guys as well. Derek Stanley in 5th. He's parading this back part of the field around a little bit here. Tyler Stanley right behind him in the 0-2. Brock Hubble brings up the 7th position in the number 3. We got a battle here. James Jones, Nick Taylor coming up on the inside of James Jones. Drifts up the hill a little bit, but hangs on to it. He caught that white apron as well. Boy, and I'll tell you what, that really upsets the truck coming off of turn 4. Something these guys are going to have to definitely keep an eye on. The number 4 of Jeff Martin hanging right behind these guys, waiting to see what's going to happen. Looking ahead, boy, coming real close right there to Nick Taylor's back bumper. Dives it to the inside. He's gonna take up 2 positions right there, and caution is out. Oh, Nick Taylor into it, so we'll go back and check this out. Let's see what happened to Nick. I think I know what happened there, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. Let's see what happened to Nick. Him and Jeremy Jones side by side here. Looks like Jeremy Jones got up into the wall, and when he come down off of the wall, that caught Nick Taylor. And both of them go for a little bit of a ride. So, unfortunate. First caution out on lap 9 here out of 80 laps. Don't look like they got a whole lot of damage on them, but enough they probably will have to come down pit road as they are. Well, let's see what our leaders got in store here for tires. This looks like Nathan Miller right now. I believe Dwayne Dunn may have stayed out to lead a lap. I think he did, yes. Yes, he did. Dwayne Dunn staying out to lead a lap. Okay, as everybody gets their truck serviced there, tires and fuel, getting ready to make another run. Jeremy Jones going to be starting back in 11th. After him and Nick Taylor got together, Nick's going to be back in 15th. Well, it's a little early to get down here and talk to any of the drivers. I usually like to wait a little bit longer. We've been kind of going maybe to about a third of the way, and then we'll try to get a word in with one of the drivers to see how their truck's running for them and see how the grip is out on the track. I did hear the guys reporting a little bit before the race there that it takes about 3 to 5 laps to get a little bit of grip into the tires. Before that, it's kind of really slick out there. You got to kind of baby it around there a little bit till you get a little heat build up in the tires. All right, Nathan Miller going to be restarting second. Kyle Meeks third. Tyler Stanley fourth. Michael Updegraff fifth. Derek Stanley sixth. Brock Hubble seventh. Jeff Martin eighth. Mark Nichols ninth. And Kerry Woodward, your top 10. Lights are off on the pace car, ready to go back green. And again, it's up to the leader to go at his own discretion. He does not have to wait for the green flag, so that kind of spreads the field out a little bit, as we seen there at the beginning when Nathan Miller kind of took off there ahead of Kyle Meeks and kind of spread the field out a little bit. They all get single file, makes for some pretty good racing this early. Might as well race the track and not each other. That was a nice green flag run there, about 9 laps. All right, pace car's in. Dwayne Dunn brings him to the line, and he hits the throttle. Nathan Miller ducks right in behind him, between him and Kyle Meeks. Already getting single file. Almost like it's just a play. They just go fall right in single file. Well, the racing line around here is low line in the turns and coming out and letting it go to the wall. If somebody's out there, it kind of does make it a little bit tough. All right. Ooh, a little bit loose there. Nathan Miller on the inside, looking to maybe capitalize on this. Side by side with Dwayne Dunn. And boy, Nathan Miller power driving it right on by Dwayne Dunn. That's what new tires do for you, folks. Dwayne Dunn stayed out there, did not pit. He's got 9 lap older tires than these guys have got. Kyle Meeks already looking there like he's taking a peek on the inside as well. Dwayne Dunn keeps it right down on that white line, protecting his position. They're not allowed to go below the white line, so we shouldn't see anybody down there. What I was told, they would be given a black flag, I believe. All right, Kyle Meeks on the inside of Dwayne Dunn, passing up Dwayne Dunn. Dwayne's stuck up on the high side. Now that's going to open the door for Tyler Stanley to come in there. Tyler Stanley looking to capitalize on that door that Kyle Meeks opened up, but can't quite do it. Dwayne Dunn sucking up on the draft right there, and man, he is really motoring. And if they're not careful, Nathan Miller going to set sail again like he did at the beginning of the race. But I don't think Kyle Meeks is going to let that happen this time here. Coming to take lap number 19, folks. So we're about a quarter of the way through the race. Jeff Martin running in the 8th place back here. He's got Kerry Woodward not far behind him. Kerry wanting to see what he can do with Jeff Martin when he gets to him. Mark Nichols running in 10th. I was teasing Mark a little bit there while they were practicing, telling him he needed to pick up the pace a little. And he goes, yeah, I sure do. John Dunn in 11th. And now Nick Taylor working over the back bumper of John Dunn. So Nick probably got in pits there, got that damage fixed up, and now he wants to get back up toward the front again. On the inside of John Dunn, but can't quite make it stick coming out of turn 4. May have to wait and see if he can't do that in turn 1. Excuse me. All right, Michael Updegraff all over the back of Brock Hubble. That is for the 6th position if he can get by Brock. Brock's kind of back a little ways. He's about 1.2 seconds behind 5th place. So quite a little bit of a distance between him and Derek Stanley. Derek having a pretty good day. He started 5th, still running 5th. The one that's really surprising me, Dwayne Dunn, staying out there with them older tires. They were actually 9 lap older tires than everybody else, and he's hanging right with them. Kyle Meeks looking to take over the lead here if he can get a run. But Nathan Miller outsmarting him coming into the turn, keeping that bottom line protected. takes a bid for the lead. Kyle Meeks, power right on by Dwayne Dunn, taking over the lead, wants to get up there and lead a lap. Looks like he did have the run this time as he drove it right into the turn hard that time. Kyle Meeks leading the lap here at Chicagoland. Let's go back and field a little further here. Terry Bellinger got a little right front damage on that truck. I believe maybe even a little bit of left front damage as well. Yeah, he's got damage about everywhere on that truck. The Hoosier truck, man, he's got some serious damage on that. He's kind of falling back a little ways, but he's got a little bit of right front damage and left front damage. Front splitter's damaged, so could be affecting how that car's handling today. Brian Brewer, way back here, looks like he may have some damage on that truck as well on the right front corner. These guys have probably been into the wall a little bit. Anthony Cianci right behind him, just kind of taking his time. Don't look like he's got any damage on that truck. He's pretty clean, but just trying to keep it out of trouble here today is going to be definitely a key factor to bring it into victory lane, keeping it out of trouble. Kyle Meeks out front, still just leading the way here, coming up on lap traffic. Timothy Kelleher staying up on the high side and letting our leaders by. Great job by him. Timothy trying to keep that thing. He was trying to keep it on the lead lap, but just not quite, couldn't quite do it. Says freaky fast on that, Jimmy Johns. Preston Cantrell, he's got a little bit of right front corner damage as well. Running in the 18th place, running about 3 laps down. Oh, he gets a little loose coming out of the turn. Manages to save it. Great job, Preston. Now that damage could be affecting the handling on that truck big time. Derek Stanley still running in 5th place, running about 1.8 seconds behind the leaders right now. Dwayne Dunn does get passed up by Tyler Stanley. So Dwayne going back with them old tires, starting to show a little signs of it falling off now. All right, the front 3 definitely starting to pull away from Dwayne here. Dwayne trying to stay in their draft, but I think he's back just about far enough that he's losing the draft. You know, look, he's quite a ways off of them 3 up in the front. Kyle Meeks still leading Nathan Miller on his tail. Well, let's just see how close they are, because Nathan's reeled Kyle back in now. Tires could be coming into him, and that's what these guys they find it. You know, like I said, they're on brand new tires. It's kind of a grease slick out here, but once you get a little bit of wear on them tires, they get a lot more bite, get a little heat build up in them, and they get a lot more bite on the track. And right now, I think Nathan's just kind of content with hanging here. But these guys are coming up on some more lap traffic. Oh, and he gets up into the wall. I believe that was Preston Cantrell. Up into the wall. So he is definitely having some major steering issues right now. And looking back to 3rd place, Dwayne Dunn does get back by Tyler Stanley. think it might have been that lap traffic that got him. Preston Cantrell up into the wall again. He is really struggling. All right, we'll go back here in the field a little further and check on, let's go back and check on Mark Nichols. There's a good battle going on here right around him. Kerry Woodward pulling this pack around. Jeff Martin in 9th, Nick Taylor 10th, John Dunn 11th, Mark Nichols now 12th. Now it looks like they got a pretty good run that time. Mark Nichols does get by Nick Taylor, so Nick going back one more position. He was trying to work himself back up toward the front. Nick started 9th today, and now he's back in 12th after that accident. I believe that was him and Jeff Martin that got together earlier. Or Jeremy Jones, I'm sorry. Jeremy Jones. Jeremy Jones is not far behind him. And the Jimmy John's, or no, it ain't the Jimmy John, it's the Monster Drink Chevrolet. Sorry about that. He goes by Timothy Kelleher. Looks like Preston Cantrell finally conceded to taking that truck behind pit road and done for the day. Tyler Stanley back here, still ahead of Derek Stanley now. As Dwayne Dunn got back ahead of him and into 3rd. Coming to take lap 38, folks. We're creeping up on the halfway mark here. Brock Hubble in 6th place. Trying to hang on, bring that number 3 Chevrolet up into victory lane, but he's back here 5.8 seconds behind the leader. He'll be coming around here to take lap 39. Don't take long to go around this half-mile track. Or mile and a half, excuse me, half mile, yeah. Mile and a half. Michael Updegraff in 7th place has got Kerry Woodward creeping up on him really quick here. Kerry back in 8th place. Still running that low line, catching up to Michael Updegraff. Updegraff running in 7th place, doing a super job. 8.4 seconds back. Started 4th today, but he's gotten back into 7th, I believe, after that pit stop. Didn't have quite as good a pit stop as he really wanted. 14.8 second pit stop, which I'm seeing some of these guys had some pretty fast ones. Tyler Stanley with a 13.8 second pit stop. That's amazingly fast. And now we've got Dwayne Dunn in 2nd. We've got some pit road activity Nathan Miller on pit road. Stopping, can make it the rest of the way on fuel, so a little bit of pit strategy going on around these drivers here, folks. These guys taking advantage of anything that they can to try something different to get a win here. In the meantime, our leader's still out front, Kyle Meeks, and he's out there by 2.1 seconds over Dwayne Dunn. Dwayne Dunn has yet to be on pit road today. And I don't think it will be too awful much longer that we'll be seeing him come down pit road. Now Nathan Miller showing him about 2 laps down as he's behind the leader, Kyle Meeks. As he did that little quick early pit stop. And we'll have to see how that's going to come out for him. With him 2 laps down now. Boy, that's going to be kind of tough to recover from. I'm sure right now he's probably really wishing for a caution. John Dunn running in 8th place. All these guys have been watching for some of these other guys coming down pit road here. I'll try to keep an eye on that. Kerry Woodward now up to 6th. Running about 10.7 seconds behind our leader. And Kyle Meeks is yet to make a move toward pit road. I would imagine he'll be stopping here probably within the next 8 to 10 laps. He did stop there, I believe that was on lap 9 when they had that caution. So Dwayne Dunn now 2.5 seconds behind the leader. And he's got Tyler Stanley right behind him in 3rd. And it looks like Brian Brewer may be coming down pit road. Running back in 14th place. So a little bit of pit road activity coming about here on lap 48. Because some of these guys are on different pit strategies altogether. That's going to mire him back a little ways, but 4-tire change, reset the truck. All right. Tyler Stanley getting by Dwayne Dunn. And that's for 2nd place. These guys got to be pitting here pretty soon. Brian Brewer's still sitting on pit road. I don't know exactly what was up with that, but and he's out of there now. So good job by Brian Brewer. Quite a lengthy pit stop, about a minute, almost a minute on pit road. That put him about 4 laps down. All right, Kyle Meeks out here stinking up the show, as Roger always puts it. Him and Nathan Miller are usually always in contention here for a battle for the win. Nathan pitted early, and he is mired way back in 14th place, the first one laps down, and he is 2 laps down to the leader right now. Out there on fresh tires and a full tank of fuel, ready to make it the rest of the way. He is just ahead of the leader now. So technically he's only 1 lap down. All right, another one on pit road. Derek Stanley. Looked like a 4-tire change. Tops off the tank of fuel, and he's away. All right, Dwayne Dunn's still out here in front now. He gets backed by Tyler Stanley. Those two, boy, they're back and forth. One leads for a couple laps, and the other one leads for a couple laps. So these guys are having some fun for sure. And they're back 4.2 seconds behind our leader, Kyle Meeks. Coming to take lap 54 here, folks. Still have not seen anybody from, actually anybody on the lead lap. I have not seen him make any move to come down pit road here in a while, so. We're watching. All right, Brock Hubble in 4th. Back here, he's got the number 3 up to 4th place. Started 6th on the field, running 4th. John Dunn, quite a ways behind him. Probably about 6 seconds behind Brock Hubble, but running into 5th place. Kerry Woodward now right behind him. Those two have been pretty much stuck together like glue today. Jeff Martin bringing up a whole pack of vehicles behind him. He's got Michael Updegraff right up his tailpipe. Michael Updegraff goes way up on the high side though. Does manage to keep it ahead of Nick Taylor, but now Nick Taylor looking to the inside. That is for position 2. And that puts Nick into the 8th position. Michael Updegraff going back to 9th. Mark Nichols gets by Updegraff as well, and so does Jeremy Jones. So what's going on with the Michael Updegraff vehicle today? He's on pit road. Got a lot of damage on that truck. He stops and pits, and let's see, I'm sure he's going to take a 4-tire change. And we've got some other guys coming down pit road as well. Whoopsie. Dwayne Dunn coming down pit road along with Brock Hubble, John Dunn, Jeff Martin. So we're seeing big time pit stops now, folks. Updegraff still sitting on pit road. Not sure what's going on with the Updegraff truck, but finally rolls out of there. Dwayne Dunn wanting to get out, and caution comes out with these guys on pit road. Let's see where that happens. Oh, we got a bunch right there. Timothy Kelleher, looks like Nathan Miller involved in it, so let's go back and take a look here. Right there is where it happened. Let's see, that was Terry Bellinger. Don't know exactly what happened to Terry, but might have just gotten loose on his own, it looks like. Well, when I rewind this back a little bit, I I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. I'd like to get down there and talk to somebody. It looks like maybe he got into the wall up there. I guess that's what happened. Yeah, he just drove it in there pretty hard. Tried to come back down and get it off of the track. Boy, and that really messed up a lot of people. He drifts it up across the track, and that brings out the caution. Oh, and he catches somebody there. Wow, okay. Well, we're going to get back up here. Kyle Meeks on pit road for the first time. Well, no, second time today. He's away, so it looks like we got a brand new leader up front, Jeremy Jones. Well, let's see if we can find Jeff Martin down here on the track. He's running a lap down right now, but I think we're going to probably see a few of these other ones pit as well. Nathan Miller in 10th place, 1 lap down, and he has got some serious damage on that. But let's see if we can't get a word in here with Jeff Martin. Jeff Martin, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. Do you have a copy?
Go ahead, Rudy.
Well, Jeff, they kind of trapped you 1 lap down. What are you going to have to do to get up there and tangle it up with these guys for a win here tonight?
I don't know. I figured it would be better if we just short pitted, then a bunch of us did it, then the caution came out. So, I don't know. We'll get up there and see what we can do.
Well, it kind of threw a lot of people out of their pit strategy, because I know there was a few guys that were playing it. I was watching it, and short pitting might have been a good thing if it would have stayed green the rest of the way. But now that the cautions come out, it's kind of threw a clinker into the works, Jeff. Hopefully, maybe you can get that thing into victory lane, and we'd like to talk to you later on. But good luck the rest of the race, buddy.
Thank you, Rudy. Appreciate it.
Okay, so this does kind of throw a little clinker in the works, folks. Kyle Meek's going to be back up into the lead. All them trucks up ahead of him are going to be back on the lead lap. Nathan Miller, I believe, is on pit road again, going to try to get some more damage fixed up. But this is going to let a lot of them guys get back on the lead lap. Kyle, all the trucks ahead of Kyle right there. Jeff Martin, let's see, Dwayne Dunn, Brock Hubble, John Dunn, and Jeff Martin all going to get the iRacing wave by as the lights go off on the pace car, and these guys all start doubling up and get ready to go here for hopefully a final shootout. We got 18 to go. They're going to get the green with 17 laps to go, so this could be interesting. Tyler Stanley on the outside of Kyle Meeks, Nick Taylor third, Mark Nichols fourth, Jeremy Jones fifth, Derek Stanley sixth, Anthony Cianci in seventh, Dwayne Dunn eighth, Brock Hubble ninth, and John Dunn, your top 10. All right, let's see if they can keep this green the rest of the way here, folks. Pace car makes that hard left turn. Kyle Meeks hits the loud pedal, and he is out of there. right behind him, Nick Taylor up to second, inside of Tyler Stanley. Tyler not going to give up without a fight. Up on the high side, does get a good run coming off of turn 2 and maintains second spot. Mark Nichols now working his way up through the field. Started 15th today, running in 4th. Going to be a great finish for Mark. I'd like to talk to him on a podium. 16 more circuits around here, folks. And caution does come out again here. Oh, we got several of them into it. We'll go back and take a look at that. That looked pretty bad. Ooh. Kerry Woodward down on the inside of Brian Brewer. Not sure where this started at, but up to graph right there. Boy, we got a gaggle of them. Okay, Brian Brewer up into the wall, and that's what started the whole mess right there. He gets into the number 7 of Timothy Kelleher, and both of them go for a ride up into the wall. And what a ride Brian Brewer went for, too, up across the hood of Kelleher. But these guys are going to be probably heading for pit road. Kyle Meek's still out front, though. Tyler Stanley, this is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Tyler, you've been strong all day. You've come from 8th up to 2nd. You got some pretty tough guys around you right there. Nick Taylor and you battling it out. You know, if you don't battle too awful much, you might have a chance of winning this, but if you guys keep battling, you might let Kyle sneak out for the win. What's it going to take to get by Kyle? Man, he is just wicked fast here tonight.
Oh, man, it's going to take a good stroke. Good stroke of luck, probably, but every man's beautiful. You know, all it takes is him getting a rough run out of turn 2, and I might have a shot. And, Bandit Motorsports gave me a good ride tonight, so maybe I can get it done.
Absolutely. Well, it's been kind of a pretty good long green flag runs in there and everything. How's the racing been going for you, and how's your truck feeling tonight?
Oh, racing's been great up here in the front. Everybody's been racing side to side with and such, and giving and taking when they need to, and yeah, it's been a good race.
All right, Tyler, well, good luck for the rest of this race, and maybe we'll get to talk to you on the podium.
Hope so.
Okay, so Tyler going to see what he's got for Kyle here. Kyle just, man, he is wicked fast tonight. All right, so Nick Taylor starting 3rd, Mark Nichols 4th, Derek Stanley 5th, Anthony Cianci 6th, Jeremy Jones 7th, Dwayne Dunn 8th, John Dunn 9th, and Jeff Martin, your top 10. Last one on the lead lap, Kerry Woodward, Michael Updegraff 1 lap down, Nathan Miller 2 laps down. Unfortunately for Nathan, he led 16 laps here tonight and really did a great job out there in the front. I think he would have really liked to have been up there battling it out with Kyle Meeks, but unfortunately he got tangled up into that mess. All right, lights off on the pace car, ready to go back. Green flag racing here, folks. Let's see what they got for them. Going to be an 11-lap shootout here to the end. Let's see if they got it this time, folks. Pace car dives on pit road one more time, and Kyle Meeks hits the gas. Great restart by everybody. Nick Taylor on the inside of Tyler Stanley. And Mark Nichols wanting to get in there as well. Can't quite get it done though. And now Tyler Stanley comes back on the inside of Nick Taylor. Going into turn 3, he's got a nose underneath him and puts Nick Taylor back one more position. Those two really battling it. Back here a little further, Derek Stanley on the outside of Mark Nichols. Might be able to take over that position. Mark pretty strong on the low side right there, but boy, I'll tell you, you lose a lot of grip coming out of the turn. Coming to 9 laps to go here, folks. Tyler Stanley in second, now looking to get up there and mix it up with Kyle Meeks. Kyle just really strong right now. But boy, he has got a rear view mirror just full of Tyler Stanley. We've got quite the battle going on behind those guys back there, but we'll go back here and check on them. They've got Mark Nichols into it, Dwayne Dunn. These guys are all battling here for position. Jeremy Jones. Oh, Jeremy Jones going way down the hill. That's going to cost him a little bit of track position. Anthony Cianci into the 7th position when he comes to the line. Great job for him getting that truck up toward the front. We got one going across the grass. The number 4 of Jeff Martin brings out the... Oh, man, was that close. Well, let's go back and take a look. Wow, that was close. Not sure exactly what happened there, why he... but he took it right out across the grass. He caught that apron. Not kind to these trucks, I'm telling you. And it looks like he is just going to go right across. Michael up to grab, barely misses it. And Jeff Martin mowing the grass here on the front stretch tonight, folks. Takes it up across the track. Unfortunately, Jeff gets into the wall. Don't think he's got a ton of damage, but boy, he's going to lose a bunch of track positions. Kyle Meeks up front. Alright, so this kind of changes up everything a little bit here. This is just going to be a short little takeoff after this, but this is the 4th caution of the race here so far tonight, folks. We've had 3 lead changes. Kyle Meeks has led 52 laps. Dwayne Dunn's led 6. and Nathan Miller led 16. So 3 different leaders, 3 lead changes. Kyle Meeks is he's led the most right now with 52 laps, so that's pretty good, pretty awesome. He's a pretty tough competitor, so these guys know it. They know they got their work cut out for them. You really got to do your homework here on your setups and make sure you've got one to at least try to get out there and beat Kyle Meeks. Tyler Stanley, we talked to him there a minute ago, said he might have something for Kyle. So this is just going to be about a 2 or 3 lap shootout here. So let's see what he's got for Kyle. Well, hopefully everybody has enjoyed the show here tonight. You're watching the Mod Zoo League here, actually Mach Speed Racing League, sponsored by Mod Zoo. And they've turned 80 laps here, almost 80 laps tonight to get this thing finished up. You can only have about maybe a 2-lap shootout to finish this. But thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV. You can check out our schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. I'd like to thank my sponsor tonight, Sim Garage. You can check them out at simgarage.com for any iRacing or sim racing, I should say, needs that he does build some awesome button boxes. They're all hand-built, handcrafted, and he does an awesome job. So thanks to Sim Garage for that. Alright, the lights finally go off on the pace car, and like I said, 2 laps is all they're going to have here to finish this thing up, folks. There won't be any more cautions here tonight. 4 cautions and 80 laps, good race. Nick Taylor blinking like a son of a gun there on the inside in 3rd place. Derek Stanley up on the high side in the 000. These guys here want to try to get up there as well. Dwayne Dunn sitting there in 5th. Mark Nichols 6th. Alright, this is going to be the last restart, folks. So get ready. Pace car ducks down on pit road for one last time. Kyle Meeks gets a great start. Tyler Stanley trying to stay with him. He knows he's only got 2 laps, but boy, Kyle shoots right out to a good lead there. Everybody getting up to speed now. Coming around, going to be the white flag in the air. And Nick Taylor up on the inside of Tyler Stanley. Those two still side by side, and Derek Stanley hanging right there with them, waiting to see what's going to happen. And Derek into the wall. No, that's going to tear him up. Oh, man. White flag, though, and this is going to do it no matter what. It's going to finish under caution here, folks. Finish under caution. Boy, this is really, ooh, man, everybody checking up. Waiting for the pace car, so now they can get back going. But that is the race. Kyle Meeks comes in first spot. Tyler Stanley second. Nick Taylor third. Mark Nichols coming in fourth. Wow, what a finish here, folks. What a finish. Just what we didn't expect, though. We didn't expect that to happen, but boy, it was very unfortunate for those guys involved back there. So, but Kyle not going to be able to burn them off here tonight, so we're going to get down here in just a minute and get a word in with them. Technically, you cannot pass that lap car or the pace car. So we'll get down here and get a word in with them.
Back right there, bud.
Give him another minute here to clear the air, and we'll see if we can't get a word in with Kyle.
Thanks.
Kyle Meeks, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Kyle, it looked like maybe Tyler might have had something for you, but on that last restart, you really jumped it, and man, you got away good and clean, and boy, it just, you pulled away from them just enough. That last caution to come out, though, kind of checked up everybody. But talk about your race here tonight, Kyle, and you know, how you got that thing into victory lane so easily.
Tire strategy, pretty much. I mean, that first caution came out, and I knew that there's going to be a lot of drop-off in the race, so I pitted, and luckily everybody else did, and one person stayed out, and I conserved my tires pretty much the whole run. I didn't run it hard, and I just waited for an opportunity to get by people, and then when I heard I noticed everybody was going to pit, I decided I'm going to run it out, you know, maybe 3 laps after they pit, and maybe the caution come out, and luckily it did for me. You know, it sucks for those guys that had pitted, but yeah, Tyler was coming at the end. that caution that came out, the second to the last one, I mean, he was coming, and he probably would have had me, but it gets split up on the restart. You know, get a good restart, and he gets stuck racing the third place guy. So,
well, all in all, what happened to there? All in all, though, a pretty good race out there, Kyle. Congratulations to you on a great win here today. I didn't bring up the points to see what it was going to do for you in the points, but a big win for you here at Chicagoland. One of your favorite tracks or not? I think we've somehow, I don't know. That was weird. All right, Kyle, well, thanks for talking with us, buddy. And again, congratulations. Anybody you want to give a thank you out to?
Yeah, definitely to MaxSpeed and Kerry and Mark. I know they put in a lot of work to make sure that all these races go through and that we all can get out here and race. And you do a great job broadcasting every week. And obviously Tyler, and he raced it clean, when he was coming. And he probably could have got underneath me a couple times, when he was coming. But I think he was waiting for the right moment. But and obviously Nate, I know he had a rough night, but we were working together in practice.
All right, Kyle, thanks a lot, and congratulations on your win here tonight.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Tyler Stanley, you got a copy?
Loud and clear, Rudy.
Well, you almost had that opportunity for a win. Maybe if that caution wouldn't have come out, do you think you might have been able to sneak by Kyle and get that win?
Can you repeat that, sir?
I said, if that caution wouldn't have come out at the end there, do you think you could have got by Kyle for the win?
I don't know. We would have made a show out of it for you. I think there's a big difference between catching somebody and passing somebody, and he's one of the best we got out here, and he would have been tough. Oh,
you ain't going to get no argument out of that from me, that's for sure. I don't think you'll get an argument off of anybody out there. But you ran really well here tonight, Tyler. And anybody you want to give a shout out to or a thank you?
Yes, sir. I got to thank Stanley Graphics, 412 Student Ministries, MaxSpeed Racing for putting the racing on, Mod Zoo for sponsoring us, MaxSpeed for keeping an eye on us and letting the families being able to watch. And got to give a good shout out to the Lord, God and Savior. If it weren't for Him, none of us would be here racing right now. So
10-4 on that, and thank you very much. And again, congratulations, Tyler. Great second place finish. I didn't see what the points are going to come out like, but good luck next week if you make it there, and we will talk to you then, hopefully.
Copy that, Rudy. Take it easy.
All right, Nick Taylor, you got a copy.
10-4, Rudy.
Well, Nick, you kind of got mired back a little ways there for a while, and you got back up toward the front, and you bring it into third place tonight. Congratulations to you on that. Talk about your race a little bit tonight.
Well, I think I started in 8th. I feel like I was pretty fast. I could hang with the top 6 or so guys, and got in that wreck. And I got put to the back, and I kind of burnt my tires up halfway through the run. And started trying to conserve them, let them cool down. And luckily I stayed out. I thought there might be some drama during pit stops, and luckily it paid off.
Absolutely. Okay, well, you've come in third tonight. Great run for you. And anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to thank Mod Zoo, Kerry, Mark, and just everybody in here racing has made me so much better. So thank you guys.
Okay, Nick, thank you for talking with us. Okay, we're going to run down through the results real quick here, and we'll get the heck out of here. By the way, Kyle Meeks did lead 58 laps here tonight, so great job by him winning here at Chicagoland. Tyler Stanley in second, Nick Taylor third, Mark Nichols, great finish for Mark, coming in fourth. Good job, buddy. Derek Stanley in fifth, Jeremy Jones sixth, John Dunn seventh, Jeff Martin eighth, Anthony Cianci in ninth, Brock Hubble 10th, Michael Updegraff 11th, Kerry Woodward 12th, Dwayne Dunn in 13th after being up there in the front for quite a while. Nathan Miller, another Man, that was really bad for him. Finishing in the 14th spot, Brian Brewer 15th, Terry Bellinger 16th, Timothy Kelleher 17th, and rounding out the field, Preston Cantrell finishing 51 laps down. So again, congratulations here to our winner, Kyle Meeks. And that'll wrap it up for Modzu here tonight. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it.